Some people dream of success. Others dream of becoming rich. But only a handful of people dream of changing the future of humanity. This is the story of Elon Musk. Today, millions of people know his name. They see billion-dollar companies, groundbreaking technology, and ambitious projects that once seemed impossible. But very few know how this extraordinary journey truly began. Long before he became one of the world's most recognized entrepreneurs, Elon Musk was just a quiet young boy with an endless curiosity. While many children spent their free time playing outside, he spent countless hours reading books. Science, engineering, history, and space fascinated him. Every page he read sparked a new idea. He wasn't searching for fame. He wasn't chasing wealth. He was searching for answers. From an early age, Elon believed that every problem had a solution if someone was willing to think differently. That simple belief became the foundation of everything he would build in the future. Life, however, was far from easy. His journey was filled with challenges, rejection, and moments when failure seemed unavoidable. There were times when people laughed at his ideas. Many believed his dreams were impossible. Some even predicted that his companies would collapse. But every setback made him stronger. Instead of giving up, he treated every failure as a lesson. Every mistake became another step toward success. This mindset would eventually lead him to create companies that transformed industries and inspired millions around the world. Yet none of this happened overnight. Behind every success story were sleepless nights, difficult decisions, and risks that most people would never dare to take. The world celebrates success, but it rarely sees the sacrifices behind it. And perhaps that is the greatest lesson from Elon Musk's journey. Success isn't about luck. It isn't about being born into the perfect situation. It's about believing in an idea when nobody else does. It's about continuing to move forward even when the odds seem impossible. Because history has shown us something remarkable. The people who change the world are often the ones who refuse to accept its limits. And for Elon Musk, this was only the beginning. Every great journey begins with a single decision. For Elon Musk, that decision was simple. He refused to live an ordinary life. As he grew older, his curiosity turned into ambition. He realized that reading books wasn't enough. If he truly wanted to change the future, he had to build something that could make a real difference. With that dream in his mind, he moved to North America, believing it was the best place to turn impossible ideas into reality. Life wasn't easy. He didn't have unlimited money. He didn't have powerful connections. What he had was determination. Together with his brother, Elon started working on his first technology company. They worked day and night, often sleeping in the office because every dollar mattered. There were no guarantees. No one knew whether the company would survive. But they kept moving forward. Eventually, their hard work paid off and the company was sold for millions of dollars. For many people, that would have been enough. They would have retired, bought luxury homes, and enjoyed a comfortable life. But Elon Musk wasn't interested in a comfortable life. He wanted something much bigger. Instead of protecting his wealth, he invested almost everything into new ideas. One project focused on changing the way people make online payments. Another focused on electric vehicles. And another aimed at reaching space. To many people, these ideas sounded impossible. Experts doubted him. Investors questioned him. Critics laughed at him. They said electric cars would never replace gasoline cars. They said private companies could never compete in space exploration. They said he was risking everything. But Elon continued anyway. He believed that the biggest risk in life was refusing to take risks. His vision was never about creating another successful company. His vision was about changing the future. And that vision would soon lead him into the most difficult chapter of his entire life. A chapter where he came dangerously close to losing everything he had built. There was a time when everything Elon Musk had worked for was on the verge of collapsing. From the outside, people saw a successful entrepreneur. Behind the scenes, the reality was completely different. His companies were losing money. Every rocket launch cost millions of dollars. Every failed test pushed the dream further away. The pressure was enormous. Many investors had already lost confidence. News headlines questioned whether his vision had failed. One of the biggest risks of his life. If the next launches failed, if the next projects didn't succeed, he could lose almost everything. Then came another devastating setback. One rocket launch ended in failure. Then another. And then another. Each explosion wasn't just a failed mission. It was a blow to years of hard work, hope, and determination. People around the world began saying the same thing. It's over. But Elon refused to believe it. He gathered his team and focused on one final opportunity. Everyone understood what was at stake. There would be no easy second chances. Months of preparation led to one unforgettable day. The countdown began. Silence filled the control room. Every eye was fixed on the rocket. 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. The rocket climbed higher and higher into the sky. This time, everything worked. For the first time, years of failure turned into a historic success. The celebration wasn't just about a rocket. It was proof that persistence can achieve what doubt never can. That single success changed everything. Confidence returned. New opportunities opened. The companies that many people believed would disappear were now preparing to reshape entire industries. It was the moment the world stopped laughing and started paying attention. The success of that rocket launch changed everything. What once seemed like an impossible dream was now becoming reality. People who had doubted Elon Musk's vision were beginning to see things differently. But space was only one part of his mission. His next challenge was even bigger. He wanted to transform the automobile industry. At a time when most people believed gasoline-powered cars would always dominate the roads, Elon Musk believed the future belonged to electric vehicles. Many experts dismissed the idea. They argued that electric cars were too expensive, too slow, and impractical for everyday use. The criticism never stopped. Every new model was closely watched. Every delay made headlines. Every mistake was used as proof that the company would fail. Yet Elon remained focused on the long-term goal. He believed that meaningful change doesn't happen overnight. It takes years of persistence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Slowly, public opinion began to shift. People started recognizing that electric vehicles could be powerful, reliable, and exciting to drive. As demand grew, the company expanded its production, introduced new models, and reached customers around the world. What was once considered a risky experiment became one of the most influential companies in the automotive industry. The impact went far beyond selling cars. It encouraged the entire industry to invest more seriously in electric vehicles and sustainable technology. For Elon Musk, success was never just about building products. It was about challenging old assumptions and proving that a different future was possible. His journey showed that bold ideas often face the strongest resistance before they gain acceptance. The road was never smooth. There were setbacks, criticism, and constant pressure. But with every challenge, one lesson became clearer. The greatest achievements often begin with a vision that very few people believe in. And Elon Musk wasn't finished yet. His attention was already turning toward new frontiers, artificial intelligence, advanced robotics, and the future of humanity itself. The next chapter would become one of the most ambitious periods of his career. By this point, Elon Musk had already changed the worlds of online payments, electric vehicles, and space exploration. But for him, that still wasn't enough. He believed the future would be shaped by technologies that most people could barely imagine. One of those technologies was artificial intelligence. Elon often spoke about AI as one of the most powerful inventions in human history. He believed it had the potential to solve enormous problems, but only if it was developed responsibly. At the same time, he continued supporting ambitious projects focused on robotics and advanced engineering. His vision was simple. Technology should make life better, safer, and more efficient for future generations. Another dream that never left his mind was making humanity a multiplanetary civilization. To many people, sending humans to Mars still sounds like science fiction. To Elon Musk, it's a long-term goal worth pursuing. He believes that exploring space isn't just about discovery. It's about preparing for the future and expanding what humanity can achieve. Of course, not everyone agrees with his ideas. Throughout his career, Elon has faced criticism, controversy, and intense public attention. Every major decision has been debated. Every success has been celebrated. And every setback has been analyzed. Yet one thing has remained constant. He continues to think differently. He continues to ask difficult questions. And he continues to pursue goals that many people consider impossible. Whether people admire him or disagree with him, very few would deny his influence on technology and innovation. His journey reminds us that extraordinary achievements rarely come from following the crowd. They come from having the courage to imagine a different future and the determination to work toward it every single day. As his story continues to unfold, one question remains: what will Elon Musk try to change next? Perhaps the answer will shape the future once again. Every great journey leaves behind a lesson. And Elon Musk's story is about far more than business, technology, or wealth. It is a story about believing in an idea when almost no one else does. From a curious young boy who spent hours reading books to one of the world's most influential entrepreneurs, his journey has been filled with risks, failures, criticism, and remarkable achievements. His path reminds us that success is rarely a straight line. There are moments of doubt. There are moments of failure. And there are moments when giving up feels like the easiest choice. But those who continue moving forward are often the ones who change history. Whether it was electric vehicles, reusable rockets, or ambitious ideas about the future, Elon Musk repeatedly challenged what many believed was impossible. Some of his ideas succeeded, some faced setbacks, and some are still unfolding. That is the nature of innovation. No one can predict the future with complete certainty. But progress has always depended on people who are willing to ask difficult questions and explore new possibilities. Perhaps the greatest lesson from Elon Musk's journey is this: don't be afraid to dream bigger than your circumstances. Keep learning, stay curious, accept failure as part of the process, and never stop improving yourself. Because every extraordinary achievement begins with one ordinary person who decides not to give up. Thank you for watching this journey with us. If you enjoyed this story and want to discover more inspiring journeys of remarkable celebrities and innovators, make sure to support the channel. Like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to USA Celebrity and turn on notifications so you never miss our next story. Until next time, keep learning, keep dreaming, and remember, the future is built by those who have the courage to imagine it.